All right, today's officially day one where we finally get to play the guitar and play a song together. So make sure your guitar is in tune and you have a guitar pick. Okay, in this lesson I'm going to show you how to use this pick to strum, and we're going to have a lot of fun, so let's start. Okay, so the guitar pick is shaped like a triangle, and what we're going to do is we're going to hold it in the hand that's going to be closest to the sound hole. This is our strumming hand or our picking hand, and you're going to hold the pick in between your thumb and your index finger, like this. Okay, so just maybe about 1/3 of the pick is going to be sticking out. And when we go to play, the motion is going to be like if our hand was wet and we were trying to flick the water off our hand, that's the motion. Okay, so it's very loose. It's not going to be like this coming from the elbow. It's going to be coming from the wrist, and it's going to be very relaxed. All right? So there are two different ways that we can play a string. The first one I'll show you is called a rest stroke, and that's where we push through the string with the pick and we rest on the string right below it. So try this with me. We're going to do a rest stroke on the big E string. Ready and go. Nice. Okay, so what could happen is you might get this sound. Okay, so what's happening there is the pick is touching the string. We want to clear the string, so we get a nice clear tone. Good, that's the rest stroke. The next one is called the free stroke. This is where we're going to pluck the string, only our hand is going to be free floating. Alright, try that with me. Ready? And go. That's the free stroke. Okay, so what could happen with the free stroke is you could knock into the other strings, like that. Okay, so it takes a little bit more control when we play with the free stroke. All right, so when we play one string at a time, that's called a note. Whenever we play more than one string at a time, it's called a chord. Okay, so here's the game. We're going to play this string, the E string, all by itself, and then we're going to play these three strings, the G, the B, and the E, all at the same time. Like that, so they sound as one. Remember that very relaxed wrist motion. And we get a chord. This is called an E minor chord. Try it with me. Ready, go. Try to get all the strings to sound at the same time. Good. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to play a song together, all right? And I'm going to show you the part that we're going to play. So we're going to practice it for a little bit before we play along. We're going to play this string, the E string first, and then strum the G, B, and E strings at the same time. And we're going to alternate back and forth. E, strum, E, strum. Do this with me. So the whole trick to this is to avoid hitting the A string and the D string, okay? So it takes a bit of focus to do this. Okay, so I'm going to hit play here in a second. So you're going to hear some drums and you're going to hear an electric guitar, and we're going to be playing what's called the rhythm guitar part. Okay, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be going this string and these strings, alternating back and forth throughout the whole thing. You're going to hear me count before the band starts. You're going to hear me count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to start. Okay, do the best you can and get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, nice job. So most music that we listen to has a steady pulse that goes through the whole song or through the whole piece of music. And that steady pulse is called the beat. It's what we kind of bob our heads to or tap our foot to. And one of the most important things that we can learn on the guitar is how to play in time and play with that beat. So the name of the song that we just played is called Backbeat. And the backbeat is actually a thing in music. If you ever get a chance to play with the drummer or to play a drum set yourself, it's a lot of fun. And you'll see that you have a big drum that sits on the floor. That's called the bass drum. It's also called the kick drum because you use your foot to play it. And the drum right next to that one, the white one, the one that sounds really loud and sharp, that's called the snare drum. All right. So just like we organize time into hours and minutes, we organize beats in music into these things called bars. All right. And a lot of songs, most songs, are counted in 4 beats that are organized inside that bar. All right. So what the backbeat is we're going to play on every one of those beats, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But on beats 2 and 4, we're going to just give it a little more of a hit. All right, and that's what makes a lot of music sound exciting. Okay, so a basic drum groove that you can try if you ever get a chance to is to go bass drum on beat 1, and then the snare on beat 2, the bass drum again on beat 3, and the snare on beat 4. All right. So in this tune, Backbeat, we're mimicking that sound on the guitar, and we're actually playing with the drums as well by playing on beats 1 with our bassier sounding strings, just like it was a bass drum, and on the thinner strings, just like it was a snare, we're playing beats 2 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's called the backbeat. Okay, so you may have noticed as I was playing the rhythm guitar part to that song Backbeat, I was playing all free strokes. Okay, I was playing a free stroke on this low E, and that put my hand in the air, free floating, ready to strum that chord, that little E minor chord. Okay, using free strokes the whole time. All right, you also may have noticed that I was playing this big string on beats 1 and 3. And on beats 2 and 4, I was strumming these, just like the drummer. The bass drum and the snare drum, bass drum and the snare drum. I was going 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So let's try it one more time. Okay, we'll play the song together, and then we'll call it a day. And do the best you can to stay with me. If you like, you can look at my hand, but you probably want to have all your focus on the strings. If you're getting any weird sounds over on this side, make sure that your strings are clear. You know, your hand's not touching the strings and they're kind of muting out on you. Okay, so keep them all clear on this side. This is just our strumming hand that's playing this song. All right, last time through, let's have some fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you made it through day 1. I'd like you to get your guitar journal and write down day 1 and how many minutes you played today. I'm going to keep these practice sessions kind of short in the beginning because I want us to do this every day and to make a habit out of playing the guitar. Okay, the more we play, the more we do this daily, the better we get, the more fun it is, and it's just that simple. Okay, so really nice job today. I'm going to see you tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.